Hey guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I know I have not posted for a long time. I've decided to cater my channel a bit more now towards books. I went to YALC this weekend, the Young Adult Literary Festival in London, and I've been constantly asked for recommendations for books to read. So I decided, why not share my love for books and reading on this channel. I hope you enjoy what I have to share with you. So as I said, I went to the Young Adult Literary Festival on Sunday. There were authors there, book signing, stalls, publishers, and I went for one day. Next year I'm going for the whole weekend. Sorry. I had the best time. Oh, I was surrounded by people who loved reading just as much as I did, and I didn't want to go home. You know, you're walking through and there are just people on beanbags on the floor reading books, and I just had a blast. I met a bunch of authors. I met Holly Bourne, Non Pratt and Emerald Fennell. I want that to be my life. Please, I want to just be surrounded by books and authors for the rest of my days. So I thought I'd share with you today the books that I got at that event, and I brought a few. This must be 15 books that I brought in the space of about 4 hours. You know, I would have regretted it if I'd have come home with one measly little book from one of the biggest English book conventions. So I'll try and get through them as quickly as I can, share with you what I got. Let's get started. First book I got was Jenny Han's P.S. I Still Love You. This is a sequel to All the Boys I Loved Before, which I've read quite a while ago. And so this is just a sequel, and it's about a girl who writes letters to all the boys she's ever fallen in love with. And suddenly they get mailed out to the boys. It's all about the adventures that happen after that. So this is the second book in that series, so I'm going to reread To All the Boys I Loved Before, then go on to this one. Then I got Eden Summer by Liz Flanagan, and this sounds really interesting. Like, I'm excited for this one. It starts like any other day for Jess. Get up, draw on eyeliner, cover up tattoos and head to school. But it's soon clear this is no ordinary day, because Jess's best friend Eden isn't at school. She's gone missing. Jess knows she must do everything in her power to find Eden before the unthinkable happens. So she decides to retrace the summer she and Eden spent together. That means digging up buried secrets. She starts to question everything she thought Eden Summer had been about. That sounds really interesting. I'm excited to get to this one. Then I got Looking for JJ by Anne Cassidy, and this was in a really good deal of like 4 books for £10, so I picked up so many books. And this has been a long time recommendation from one of my friends from school, and it's her favourite book. So I was like, I might as well pick this up, give it a try, see what it's like. It's not a recent release, it's been out for a long time. Like it says, it's his 10th anniversary edition, so I'm assuming it was published a long time ago. Yeah, 2005 this was first published. Then I got the third book in the Spinster Club series, which the first book is Am I Normal Yet? And the second book is How Hard Can Love Be? And then this is What's a Girl Gotta Do by Holly Bourne. Now, I actually met Holly Bourne while I was there, which was the best experience. She signed it, and I'm so excited to get to this one. Am I Normal Yet was one of my favourite books of last year, and I love Holly Bourne's writing. I read all her books. I loved Soulmate, and the manifesto on How to Be Interesting was really good as well. So she is a definite automatic buy when her books come out. Then I got Lying About Last Summer, which also sounds amazing. Last summer, Sky's sister died in a tragic accident. Now she's looking for an escape from reality. Her parents think that a holiday camp for bereaved teens might just help her move on. At first, camp doesn't seem too bad, but when Sky starts receiving texts from somebody claiming to be her dead sister, she fears the past is about to surface. And this is one of those lovely covers as well. Like, it feels nice. It's got like little bumps on it. Then I got Kook by Chris Vick. He was actually there at YALC this weekend, but I wasn't able to get it signed because he left early. It's about surfing and a relationship and the wave that sweeps them away. This was the only advanced early copy proof I got in the whole weekend. It is Saint Death by Marcus Sedgwick, and It seems like it's about death, love, power, money, guns, gambling and lies. So it's not one that I would initially have gone, oh yes, I'll pick that up, but I always love reading books that I wouldn't initially go for, because sometimes the books that you fall in love with the most are the ones that you don't initially think to get. So I'm looking forward to reading something a bit different to my usual summery contemporary books. Then I got A Step Towards Falling by Cami McGovern, who also wrote one of my absolute favourite books of all time, which is Amy and Matthew. Amy and Matthew is about this girl with cerebral palsy, and I adored that so much. I think it was such a wonderful representation of disabilities. I love a good book that represents disabled people well. So I think it's about these two people who do something wrong, and their punishment is community service for people with disabilities. I might have to bump that up my TBR. I have so many books I just want to read. Then I got The Museum of Heartbreak by Meg Leder, and this is about the ending of a relationship, and the girl creates a museum of heartbreak, a collection of objects documenting the elation and devastation of first love, friendship and growing up. It reminds me of Why We Broke Up, the book by, who wrote Why We Broke Up? I can't remember exactly, but that was about the ending of a relationship too. All about like the objects that she goes back to him. So I got Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. I mean, I was so excited for this. I don't think I can ever portray my love for Harry Potter, ever. I read all books when I was really little. I got the last Harry Potter book on the day of release back in 2007. Like, my granddad picked it up for me, and I poured through every single book as soon as I could get my hands on it. So it was a huge part of my childhood, and I went to every movie as soon as they came out. Seriously, I am a big Potter nerd, basically. And so when I found out they were releasing this as a book, I was like, yes. I also really want to go to the play. For those who don't know, this is a play that is being shown in London at the moment, and it's set 19 years later. 19 years after the last Harry Potter book finishes. It's about Harry's children and their adventures at Hogwarts and what they get up to, and this is written in play format. I am desperate to go and see the show. I am trying to get tickets. I've never been successful, but hopefully one day I will be able to go and watch it. I started reading it. I've got like that much to go now, so, and I am in love. I want to do a proper big book talk on it, because I think I have so many feelings and emotions over the Harry Potter series that cannot just be condensed into a 2-second gloss over, but it's very close to my heart. I have so many feelings for Harry Potter. Then I got Nina Looker and David Levithan's new book, You Know Me Well. I adore Nina Looker. I read Everything Leads to You months ago. Might even have been a year ago actually by now. I love anything LGBT basically, and so this is about a girl who's gay and a boy who's gay and their friendship, and I think it's so wonderful. It reminds me a bit of my own relationship with one of my best friends. Then I got Monsters by Emerald Fennell. This is the girl in Call the Midwife who's written a book, and she had an LGBT storyline in Call the Midwife, and I watched that storyline as I was coming out to my own mum, and like a couple of weeks after I came out to my own parents, and so she has always held a very special place in my heart. So when I found out she was going to be at YALC, I was like, I'm going to her stand, and I got it signed. Honestly, I'm so excited to read this. I think it should be really interesting. Two children you'd never want to meet: the beach, the sea, a body, and then another, a girl, a boy, and a summer holiday, and like any other. And it says on the back, it has a little what's in the book: the beach, bodies, crime, and pot plants. I found that absolutely hilarious. Just pot plants are in this book, so look forward to that. Then I got a book I've been anticipating for a very long time. I think I've been wanting to read this as soon as it came out, but I've never been able to get my hands on it. So, Illuminae by Amy Kaufman and J. Kristoff. I cannot wait to read this. And this is about two spaceships up in space. They're at war with each other and they're trying to destroy this planet, but nobody realises that the people on the planet are still alive, and so it's all very dramatic, and I'm so excited. It's written in such an interesting format. Like, it's written in case files and messages and emails. I think it's going to be quite a quick read. Oh, it's so beautiful, and I've been waiting for this book for such a long time. It was the first book I picked up as soon as I got there. Then I found Sugar Rush by Julie Burchill. This came out years ago and it's an LGBT book. It's all about this girl who leaves her private school in exchange for Ravendine Comprehensive School. And she meets Maria, who is beautiful and wild, Queen Bee, and she quickly falls under her spell. I've wanted to read this for quite a while, so give me a book with lesbians in it and I am down. And then my final book in the entire haul is Non-Pratt's Remit. I wanted to get unboxed, but they didn't have any Immortal Stones by the time I got there, so I was very disappointed. But because I already had trouble, I managed to pick up Remix, and I met Non-Pratt, and she is the most lovely person you'll ever come across. Like, she was just a ray of sunshine. I adore her so much. Like, my love for her has just shot up now. She signed this one, and yeah, I have a lot of love for Non. Kaz is still reeling from being dumped by the love of her life. Ruby is bored of hearing about it. Time to change the record. It sounds really good. I'm so excited to read it. And that concludes all the books that I got. I think I got a couple of books there to keep me going, to see me through the next eternity, or next week, as I try and get through them as fast as I can. On the Sunday of YALC there was a Harry Potter party too, which I had so much fun at. People dressed up as like Harry Potter characters, and there was a girl dressed as Luna, there was a girl dressed as Dobby, there was a Gilderoy Lockhart. Everyone was dressed in their like Hogwarts uniforms, and we played games. We had like a pass the parcel and musical statues and a quiz, which Ravenclaw won. I'm very proud of my house. It was technically a tie between Ravenclaw and Hufflepuff, and because I was technically, when I did the Sorting Hat quiz first, when I was probably about 14, I was put into Hufflepuff, and I was like, yes, that is me, I'm a Hufflepuff. And then they redid the sorting quiz a while back and I got sorted into Ravenclaw, which isn't surprising considering I'm very much a lover of learning and literature and school and education. So I'm now feeling the Ravenclaw pride, and I think that's the house that I am identifying with. I will always be a Hufflepuff in my heart, but I think if somebody asked me what my Hogwarts house was, I would say a Ravenclaw. So Ravenclaw tied with Hufflepuff as the winners of the House Cup. So I was very proud of that. And I think that concludes this video. I have had best weekend of my life. I'll be getting tickets as soon as they go on sale for next year. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you next week. Bye!